Hello! My name is Balorus, and I am a druid from about 2,500 years ago. Now, I want to talk to you about something today. I want to talk about Samhain. Now, Samhain is the original version of the time of year that we know now as Halloween. So, come on with me and let's take a trip back in time to about 2,000, 3,000 years ago, when we have evidence of the Celtic people here in Ireland marking and celebrating this time of year. Oh, it was a celebration. It was a gathering of the family and spooking each other and so much more mad stuff. So around 3,000 years ago, we didn't have a calendar like you have today. No. We had things like Samhain, which was the mark in the year that divides the light half of the year and the long evenings in summertime with the dark half of the year that we're going into now. We were farmers, and daylight was very important to growing crops, you see. And so because this is a dividing time of year, according to the Celts, the gap between this world and the spirit world was very thin. Now, I'm a Celtic druid from 2,500 years ago, and if we are close to the spirit world, that also means that harmful spirits could cross over. Now, what do you do if a harmful spirit is in your world from the spirit world? Maybe if I disguise myself, they won't recognize me. Maybe if I wear a mask and a costume, that will protect me. So Samhain was a crucial time of year for us Celts, and it was loaded with symbols. Anyone ever hear of the Hill of Tara? On top of the Hill of Tara was a giant construction called a passage tomb. Now, some argue that this is not just a tomb. Instead, it was a place from which us druids conducted astronomy and observation of the stars. As well as this, there are even rumors that they were used as sacred temples by us druids. But where the real action on Samhain was taking place was actually on a nearby hill called Tlagha, which is also known as the Hill of Ward. Now, on this Hill of Tlagha, they lit huge bonfires, and this fire festival was known as the Winter Fires, and they were lit to mark the eve of Samhain. Now, the reason that Celts lit fires, it is believed that they worried at this time of year about the sun. Ever notice that the sun is weak at this time of year? It's losing its power. It's not as warm because the sun was disappearing out of view for longer and longer on these long nights. Well, then we believed that the sun was being affected by the underworld. So we lit these huge fires to say to humankind, we can help the sun. To make things worse, because the sun was normally in control of both this world and the other world, now the sun was weak. So at this time of year, Dun, the Lord of the Dead, was free to enter this world. He brought creatures from the other world too. Now Dun, of course, means brown, and this shady color is also associated with death. And get this, Dun lived out in the Skellig Islands off the coast of West Kerry. Now, in order for the people who died and were passing from this world onto the next, they had to go through Dun's house on the Skellig Islands. And it was said that down in West Kerry, the fishermen caught sight and sounds of ghost ships taking the souls from the mainland across to the islands. So Samhain, and in particular the eve of Samhain, with its giant fires, were a show of strength by the people that we were defending the sun and not succumbing to the wandering souls. And in some ways, you can see how in 2020, where you live, we have so much fun with the idea of ghosts, and we don't have to take it too seriously. So don't get too carried away with plastic things at Halloween, because the real festival of Halloween comes from deep within our ancient history and ancestors. Nice to see you. See you next time. Oh, where is it?